Are you Travis Millerans?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. Well, they want you to move out. What do you think of that?
I'm not moving out nothing. They don't have no reason to kick me out. I didn't do nothing wrong.
No one here on behalf of Mr. Millerans. That's set for 1:30.
I'm here.
Oh, who's here?
Travis and Randy.
All right. Travis is with you.
Yes.
All right. All right. For those of you that are here, Ms. Suter, Mr. Millerans, and Miss Bailey, you are defendants in a landlord-tenant matter. In each case, your landlord wants to terminate your tenancy, wants you to move out. Because this is a legal action, you do have the right to hire a lawyer. If you can't afford an attorney, you could request legal aid to represent you, but we do not have court-appointed counsel in civil matters, only criminal matters, or you could seek other legal advice. You have the right to have the case heard here in St. Joseph County, where the property is located. You have a right to demand a jury trial. If you wish to have a jury trial, you must tell the court at this first appearance or make the demand in writing within 5 days using the jury demand form, and file it with the court and pay the $50 jury demand fee unless you have the inability to pay it, and ask the judge to waive it for your inability to pay it. If your landlord has asked you to be evicted from your residential property because you haven't paid rent, we would go in a different direction than these termination cases. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord by going through mediation. So far, that's never happened, but it might one day. If both parties are interested, the court can make that referral. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord, means the case will get dismissed, in which case the attorney or the court could assist in filing what's called a conditional order of dismissal. So our next matter, our 130 matter, is Golden Pond Estates versus Travis Millerans and any other occupants, which include Randy Bailey. Mr. Steve Cromendike is here for the plaintiff. I had a little trouble interpreting the pleadings, but Mr. Millerans, they want you to move and terminate your tenancy. That would give you 10 days to move out, 90 days to move or sell your mobile home. They allege some violations, but I can't yet tell what they are because the pleadings weren't very clear. Mr. Cromendike, you wish to speak to that?
Yes, we're waiting on getting some police reports pursuant to a FOIA request, and are still waiting on those, and we've been waiting for quite some time. So I don't have those now. It is my understanding that the police have been at the park related to Travis's behavior a number of times recently. In addition to that, I've got a couple of notes here, and Mr. Dave Elliott is present regarding some altercations with Travis and Dave, who was doing some maintenance at the park, threatening, Travis was threatening Dave. I've also got a couple of voicemails to another park manager that were fairly threatening, and some complaints from neighbors as well.
Well, Mr. Millerans, that doesn't sound very good. What's your response?
Threatening me, you mean?
Are you Travis Millerans?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. Well, they want you to move out. What do you think of that?
I'm not moving out nothing. They don't have no reason to kick me out. I didn't do nothing wrong.
But I can't wash it full now. Yes.
Dave is the problem.
Times more cleaning power. Plus it contains 20%.
You are, bud.
Okay.
There is no. Answer something.
I have been in contact with Meg as well. She just isn't present today.
We have an attorney.
He is on a bench trial right now, so she's not present today.
I spoke to Meg
All
last
right,
week.
well, here's what I can tell you from my files, Mr. Cromendike. Mr. Millerans was charged with domestic violence second offense in 2-file-911 SM, pled to disturbing the peace in front of Judge Patterson. Excuse me. And he hasn't paid the fine. Then in the most recent case, 2-5-1627, charged with resisting and obstructing a police officer and domestic violence from August of 25. He's on probation from Judge Patterson here at the court. That is file 2-5-1627.
They brought it.
He isn't making his payments in that either.
His probation officer told him to pay for his anger management class and everything before he started his paying on his fines.
All right, that probably makes sense. Let me get those numbers again. 2-5-1627 FY. And these are just the ones from 25. 2-5-911 SM.
What was that second one? 25911.
SM. That was the disturbing the peace. I believe that was at the park.
Okay.
It was between me and Travis.
Yes. And I believe the other one was also at the park.
Yes, between me and Travis,
right.
because my nosy neighbor.
Well, apparently they don't want you to be there anymore. They'd like you to move your trailer and go away. The law says you're entitled to have a second hearing in this matter. And you allege that you've contacted Megan Bauer. Which means we're probably going to have a hearing, but let's pick a date, Mr. Cromendike. Next Monday seems to be good. We're through the Thanksgiving holiday. And
Well, that's gone.
Next Monday, the 8th.
yes,
It would need to be in the afternoon for me.
2:00. Does that work for you?
That will work.
Continue to December 8th. 2:05 at 1:00 at 2:00. May
And I will-
ultimately get a hearing.
In between now and then, I will send in
I will stop thinking about it.
some of the voicemails I have and other documentation.
All right.
That night.
All right, Mr. Millerans and Miss Bailey, let me
Yeah.
repeat. They want you to move. They want you to take
Right.
your trailer out of their park and leave. And if they got what they asked for, next week, I would give you 10 days from December 11th to move the trailer and 90 days, or 10 days to get out, 90 days to move or sell the mobile home. We may need to actually have a hearing on this before we get to that point.
Yeah, me and
I'll
Meg
pull the
been
police
speaking of
reports
that.
from those other two cases that I quoted and see if they happened at the park. At any rate, you stay in contact with legal aid. If they are going to represent you, they'll file an appearance. But we will be back here next Monday by Zoom at 2:00.
Your Honor.
I
Yes.
think Meg said she'll be gone on the 8th.
Well,
And
if she's
she's,
going to file an appearance, she knows what she needs to do.
Oh, okay.
If you are
I'm
able
not
to,
Go ahead.
if you're able to get copies of those police reports, is there any way that I could get a copy of them as well?
Yes, if they did happen at the park, I will email them to you.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Well, what
All
is
right, thank you.
what are these?
I'll
What
see
are these
you,
police
both
reports
next week.
about?
What?
What are these police reports about?
I don't know yet. One was the DV between you and Randy at the park.
That has
Back in
nothing to
August.
do with nothing.
Yeah, the allegations on that paper
That was
involve
against
him
Dave.
and Dave.
But Dave don't like me. That's the only reason why they're trying to get me out of here.
Well, all right, that's one reason, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Um,
they're gonna have fun, because I ain't going nowhere.
Okay, well,
My trailer's too old to be moved. No trailer out
yes,
here
they
can be
generally
moved.
are. You'd have 10 days to move it
I've
or so.
been here for
30
11
days.
years.
All right, well.
And I
that's
also
good
paid
fun.
my rent today.
Say that again?
They're
I-
taking my rent money?
I paid my rent today.
Well, they're not supposed to take your rent once they file a motion to terminate
Well,
your
I've been
tenancy.
paying my rent every month faithfully. I
That
paid
could be an issue, Mr. Crumbendine.
$474 last night.
All right, we'll address that.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at the ledger. It's an online payment system, Your Honor, so I'll
Yes.
have to see.
And if I'm getting evicted, I want my money back.
Why? You're still there. You're paying for rent for time that you're actually there, not future rent. Anyway, we'll address this further
Okay.
next month.
What do you mean why? Because if I have to move, where I need that money, that's why.
Yes. Okay.
Like,
But you're
I'm not
living
trying
there.
to be.
You've just paid December's rent. Well, we'll address it next week. It'll give me
Okay.
something to look forward to. Thank you.
Almost
Thank
$800.
you.
I need that.
Okay. I believe you. Now we got a bunch of people in the waiting room. Plus, we just found out we have somebody in custody. We've got our parties here on our general civil matters. And I don't even know who's here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We
Good luck.
started off in a rut because we started out 15 minutes late right off the bat. But let's see. I think I'm gonna do McDaniel and that case first. And then Mr. Elliott, you're good to go.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. These parties have been advised of their rights. As I indicated, we got behind. Where is he? One of our landlords was here by phone only, Mr. Walters, but we're going to deal with this one. This is Dawn McDaniel versus Ashley Suter. This is a termination of tenancy case. Ms. McDaniel wants Ms. Suter to move. Ms. Suter, what's your position?
Okay, so Dawn has issues with me as of August because Ryan McDaniel is the landlord of the house and owns the home. I went in and I spoke to him on the last payment I was able to give him, and I talked to him about paying the $200 a week, so $800 a month, because the house needed work. We agreed on it. Dawn was nowhere around. Well, Dawn got a whiff of it, and Dawn started to harass me. I got like different evictions that she had Daniel Carter bring to me at one point. Then she brought me one back in August, saying I owe $21.50. I don't owe any rent. And then I noticed on the new eviction, she says I owe $78.50. And I'm like, how do you go from $78.50 from August to the time you filed? This has nothing to do with Dawn at all. This wasn't.
Well, at this point, she's not asking you to pay rent. She's asking you to move. So, Miss McDaniel, do you own this house? Your microphone is on mute. Your microphone is on mute.
And I have the proof too. And I've even dropped off money orders to her mailbox. And she had told people she's okay.
Miss Suter, you stop. Miss McDaniel, will you unmute your microphone and join us here?
Desmond Nothin?
Yes. She
Ms.
claims
Middleton?
that you don't even own the house. What's your response to that?
I can't hear him. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear
You're
me?
moving to evict
Okay.
Ms. Suter. There's no lease.
My response
She
is,
says you don't own the house. Who owns the house?
I'm the manager for the house because my son owns the house. It's a property that I used to own that I gave my grandma for $1 next door to my
All right,
house.
so your
my old
son
house.
owns the house?
Yeah, he got it for an inheritance. And I'm
Say that
managing it.
again?
He got an inheritance after grandma died.
Okay.
So I'm managing it for her. I actually moved Ashley for 3 days to help her move from her abusive husband, who now lives with her. That was what I was told. And
All right, well, you can't bring this case. You don't own the house. You're not, if you're managing, unquote, managing it, you're acting as a lawyer for somebody else.
Well,
You don't
we
own
tried
the
to get
house. You don't have the authority to evict her. So if somebody else wants to evict her, whoever owns the house, they can pursue it.
And can I
But
say
this-
something?
No, I don't need to hear any more. Case is dismissed. Plaintiff
Thank
does
you.
not own the house.
Your Honor, she hasn't paid rent since
No,
June.
I have gone and I turned in money orders and you denied Ryan to cash them. And I
Asked them to
Once you
move.
file a termination of tenancy action, you can't accept rent. But you didn't do this right. If he wants to evict her, he can. You don't have standing to do anything.
Okay.
I don't know if she's paid rent or not, but you don't have the authority to kick her out. So the case is dismissed. If he wants to file an eviction, he can.